So just here for our listeners, we had a problem with the live stream. I just live streamed on the Schnurz account, like my YouTube channel. You can like watch this afterwards. It's at Schnurz. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's changed something with the streaming in Jitsi. But then K900 said that we can like have the release in the next 2 days, right? That it's signed. And then do we like release it in one go, or do we have thought about some testing? Do we just release it, or do we have some testing phase or something?
I think the binary, which we will, because we will do 2 versions more or less released at the same time, right? I mean, we already have a binary which has the changes, and now we create another release in order to test the upgrade procedure, right? So we need to test the upgrade procedure, and when that is done, we can release the first what's the version? I think 2.10.0, and that is already tested, I guess, right? Or at least everyone can test it if he wants to.
2.10.0 or 1.1.
Sorry,
1.10.0.
10.0. That's I mixed it up with Specter Desktop versioning, right? And that binary is the same one than the one which is attached to the ticket, so everyone can test it out already if he wants to.
Okay, and then when do we like actually release it completely so that it's on the GitHub?
Well, one step after the other, when we have tested it. So when we have tested it and it works, then we can put it to the release page.
Okay, and how long do we want to have like a testing phase?
The testing phase is when we have the binary, then someone needs to test the upgrade path, and when the upgrade path is tested, then we can release it on the release page.
Okay. So if I would test it, then we could so maybe like instantly, then we could already announce a test a release date, right?
We can then immediately release it afterwards. If it's tested and it's working, then we can create.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We still need to have the release nodes to be created, but But that
sounds very good.
Have never done that, so but I mean we can do that afterwards as well. It's not a problem.
I think it would be useful to have release notes, so I like this idea.
Absolutely.
We can attach it to PR as a new commit.
Yeah, so release notes are like some parts where you just like write down what's in the release, right? I think this is very important to have, that you know what's going to fix.
Yeah, we can use some AI tool to extract the information from the recent commits, to restructure it more human readable way, maybe filtering and extracting the essence of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Kim, what is the timeline for release as you expected? Should we do it this week?
I can create the tag just right now. Yeah, and I would assume that it's possible to do it this week, today and tomorrow. So we have hopefully all the stuff done tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe even today.
Sure, I can do it today or tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Yeah, then let's try to get the release done this week. What's Friday or Saturday, or if it not work, Sunday. Okay, I think then we have like all
I
the.
also can do it only today or Friday. Unlikely I would have time on the weekends. So if something will shift, that's totally fine for me, but it's better to continue next Monday.
Okay. Okay, great. Then I think it's not completely Specter DIY specific, but maybe you can share for quick, because you made a release for Specter Desktop. Can I not?
Yeah, that's a great news, because the project was sleeping for a long time.
Yeah.
Now we have a new release.
Yeah, it was basically the same release candidate which I also released last month. Yeah, and it's looking good, and yeah, and I just created the tag, by the way. So we have now the v1.10.1 tag, Specter DIY, and I have to look up what the next steps are.
This is the link to the Spectre Desktop.
Yes. Yeah, and we don't have as strict requirements than we have in Specter DIY. So no signed commits. Yeah, but apart from that, yeah, as you see, most of the changes are coming from my bot. So he's creating the PRs, I'm reviewing them, and we have a lot of bug fixes. And I'm planning to have a lot of those coming in the future. So, and to have also a lot of upgrades, because the dependencies are not very fresh from Specter Desktop. So that needs a lot of refurbishing.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, when there is anyone, so you can create issues. You can ping me. You can or not or mention it in the Specter desktop chat. If you have anything specific you would like to have fixed, then yeah, tell me in the chat.
You just tag in on GitHub or in Brighton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also.
Then I think what would be interesting is if you could share the. I'm not sure if you maybe another call, but maybe you can like quickly share the architecture, Fisher Technique architecture you built, or is this already like ready to show something?
No. That's absolutely not ready, right? I mean, okay. The idea there is to have more testing on the binary side, and the binary could get tested automatically because we are now building it automatically, and so it could also test automatically. And that is not something which is simulated, but something which is flashed on a real device and then tested on a real device. And that's the idea from that setup, but it's it's not done. So currently it has been used more like a development device for the new firmware, but not for testing yet. So that's
Okay.
I'm not sure when I will get to that point, but yeah, so not yet ready to share here.
Okay. Then I think we have covered all important topics. Then I would end the stream now. If somebody wants to say something here on stream. No, then I stop it.